Hi, welcome to a Soulful Tarot channel. Thank you so much for being here. And if you follow me regularly, then you'll know that I am introducing a midweek reading. Now, it is only going to be a short past, present, future, what you need to embrace more of energy reading, but I am going to do it for each zodiac sign. So the timestamps for your sign will be in the description box below, and you'll see them in blue. So all you have to do is go into the description box, click on the blue number next to your zodiac sign, and that will take you to it. So I haven't done a format like this before, so do forgive me if it's a little bit rusty. Anyway, so I did ask everybody on the channel what you would like to see, and energy readings did come out, but so did career and finance, so that will probably be my next one. But for now, let's just do the energy readings. So we have one turned around. Now let's start that again. So let's do normal. Dear spirit guides and angels, please join me in this readings for all zodiac signs for energy. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start obviously with Aries. Let's timestamp for you, Aries, at 121. 121, Aries. Aries, welcome to your energy reading. Let's see where this goes. As I say, 4-card reading. Past, present, future, and what do we need to embrace more of? Okay, past energy. We have the Strength card. Present energy, 4 of Cups. And your near future energy is the Ace of Wands. Lovely. And what do you need to embrace more of, Aries? Temperance. Okay, so Strength card. So the energy that you've been in just recently, in the recent past, is you've been feeling quite courageous, actually quite strong, quite determined, very Leo energy, very fiery energy, able to cope with everything, which is not always a good thing, especially if we're not asking for help, because that's the other side to this card. Because for me, the real strength comes out when we have to ask for help. You know, we do need to show a little bit of our vulnerable side, because, you know, as I say, that's where the strength comes from within. So Aries, I do think you've had a bit of a battle lately, and you've just had to really just, I don't know, either stiff upper lip, get on with it kind of energy, or you've been asking for help, which is an amazing compliment to you. Now, at the moment, you've got the 4 of Cups energy sitting here. This is how Aries are sitting at the moment. By the way, this is a collective energy reading for Aries, so may not resonate with everybody. But the 4 of Cups is very much like, oh gosh, you know, but stuck in a rut, a little bit, you know, sitting like a pretzel. I love that saying, it's so funny. Blocked, a little bit blocked with relationships and maybe friendships. Just, you know, just again, I don't know, if nothing's growing around you, nothing that's ticking that heart chakra. Again, I'd say just being a little bit on the gloomy side. What I will say to that card is just be careful of that energy, because you can see there's an offer coming in here that you can quite easily miss if you're not in the right mindset. But coming up in the near future, we have the energy of Ace of Wands. Absolutely love that. So it looks like you've managed to get out of this kind of rut that perhaps you're feeling in. And the Ace of Wands is new beginnings. This is a new offer. It could be a job offer. It could be anything. But what it is, energy-wise, is putting a fire in your belly again. Just feeling refreshed. Maybe you're going to go and have a break or something. Or even just go have a really good chat with your bestie. You know, that just gives you that, I don't know, that refreshed feeling. Now, what they want you to embrace more of is temperance. So temperance is major arcana, and it's the card of patience, which I personally, the Aries that I know, it doesn't come naturally to you because you're such a fiery sign. But you know, you're a go-getter, aren't you? The Ace of Wands is there for you, but you still got to be patient. They want you to embrace more of, like, you know, are you thinking, especially with this 4 of Cups, like you're trying to juggle 2 different energies, 2 different people, 2 different relationships, blending things, and you're like, oh my gosh, when is this going to work out? Well, just be patient, because it does work out in the end. So that's it, snapshot reading for you, Aries. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how it resonates. And we're going to go straight on to Taurus. So Taurus, we're going to timestamp you at 4:57. let's see what we have for Taurus energy-wise. So, as I said, 4-card snapshot midweek energy reading. Past, present, future. Oh, and what they want you to embrace more of. That was the Ace of Swords. Not a bad card, but if it comes out again, it comes out. So one more, thank you. Past, 10 of Swords. Present, Temperance. Near future, Ace of Wands. And the 4 of Cups is in what they want you to embrace more of. Okay, so the 10 of Swords is very much in your past energy, which is good. This is you letting go of some really stressful times. You know, things are finally, you know, just working out for you. But that's because you've done the hard work here, Taurus. You know, you've been through a bit of a battle here, feeling like, oh gosh, you know, what more can happen? Oh my gosh, stick a pin in me, I'm done kind of energy. But it's a 10, and so you've managed to actually draw yourself out of that energy of constant stress and just not knowing which way to turn. So well done. Temperance is how you're feeling at the moment. Love this for you. Temperance is about being patient. But what it can also represent is you trying to blend 2 energies, 2 relationships, 2 situations to make a harmonious outcome. Now, always the message of this card is to be patient, it will come. But also, I would like to say, be careful of this card, because what you can be doing is trying to perfect something too much. So you're kind of, you can also be a bit too patient on things. So just be careful that you're not, you know, just keep thinking, oh, I'll just wait a little bit longer. I'll just wait a little bit longer. You'll know when the timing is right for the energy of what, you know, when you can move on from something. And then you've got the Ace of Wands in your near future. So it's like, this just gives you a new fire in your belly. There's something new coming in. Maybe because you've been so patient. You know, this can be blending of families. This can be blending relationships, trying to juggle 2 difficult energies and making it work out. So your determination looks like it's paying off here, Taurus, because the Ace of Wands is about fiery energy. It's about having a refreshed feeling of revitalized, you know, getting this show back on the road kind of energy. What they want you to embrace more of is the 4 of Cups. Now, when I say embrace more of, now the 4 of Cups is quite a negative card, to be honest with you. When you look at that, he's sitting there, as I said before, he looks like a pretzel, everything's crossed there, feeling very blocked. Now, obviously, they don't want you to embrace more of that. What they want you to embrace more of is try not to become into the rut in the first place, because here we go. We have new offerings coming in for you also, again, to help relationships, friendships, work colleagues, whatever that may be. It's the heart chakra, because we're talking about cups here. The energy of feeling like, well, okay, let's not just assume that nothing's growing. Let's get into the mindset that it is, especially with that Ace of Wands coming in. It's kind of like you've got to get out of this rut first of all to get this Ace of Wands coming in too. So embrace more of, you know, yes, it may feel like same day things go on, but don't wake up in that energy in the first place. Every day is a new day. So I do hope you enjoyed that, Taurus. As I said, it's quite quick, isn't it? So let me know how that resonates, and we are on to the next reading, which is for Gemini. So Gemini, we're going to timestamp you at just onto the 9:01 mark. Okay, so Gemini, welcome to your midweek energy reading. 4 cards, recent past, present, future, and what they want you to embrace more of. So Gemini, let's see what's in store for Gemini, please and thank you. Give these a good shuffle. And off we go. So what do we have at the moment? We have the Page of Wands as your recent past. You're sitting in the energy of the King of Wands. Your near future is the 7 of Cups. And what they want you to embrace more of, the King of Cups. Well, I have to say, you know what? Your weekly tarot readings at the moment, Gemini, are absolutely fantastic. So if you want to go and check them out, they're all in the playlist, by the way. Page of Wands is what the most recent energy that you've been in. This is what's led up to the King of Wands by the looks of this. Page of Wands is feeling very ambitious, very driven, very like, you know what, let's just bit footloose and fancy free, really. Let's just have a go at this, you know. This is feeling energetic. And also, because it's a page, it's kind of like a new-ish energy coming in for you too, almost like a little bit of a naivety to it too, which makes it even more attractive. You're not tarring the idea with the same brush kind of thing if you've done it before. It's like, let's just give this a go. You know, why not? Which at the moment you're sitting as the King of Wands. So this is amazing. This is a very person who's really in control, very very dedicated to what they do, very confident that they will make it work, successful, really fiery Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy too. I know obviously you're a Gemini, but we all sit in different zodiacs energies at different times of our lives. And you're certainly sitting here like, yeah, man, bring it on. I am ready. I'm king of the castle. I feel confident. People are watching you. You know that the King of Wands definitely is somebody who teaches others too. You know, people look up to and think, wow, hang on a minute, how did they do that? I wouldn't mind a bit of a slice of that cake. So very entrepreneurial, very, very transformational too. Can turn the hand to anything, the King of Wands, just feeling very confident. Now the Seven of Cups is in your near future. I love this, what's coming up for you. Now this is about being able to make choices. Maybe because, you know, you've got into this really lovely energy of I'm determined to make this work. It opens more doors for you. Maybe with relationships and friendships too, work colleagues, however that may resonate for you. It's cups, so it's matters of the heart. And it's kind of like you've taken yourself out of this dark period too. So I love that for you. That's coming up. It's like variety is the spice of life. You've opened the door to more options for yourself. Now, the King of Cups is what they want you to embrace a little bit more of. Now, the King of Cups is somebody who's incredibly, wears their heart on their sleeve. You know, they're very emotionally stable, though. They have been to the darkest depths of the ocean, the King of Cups, and they really know how to handle difficult emotional situations. Because you can see, you know, the water's all choppy around them, but he's quite stable on his throne there. That's a cement throne or a very solid foundation, isn't it? So it's like saying they want you to embrace more of, you know, perhaps being a little bit more open but confident with your emotions, maybe friendships and relationships too. Being that person also that people can turn to talk to. You know, the King of Cups, very counselling energy. Maybe, you know, you need to go and talk and open up a little bit more. Not so much, you know, with perhaps that's what your Seven of Cups is doing, giving you the opportunity to even become more counselling. You know, there is, for some of you, this may be your desire, if you like, to help others, to be in this role where you can talk and help others throughout their relationships and friendships. Because counsellors, you know, people that offer this kind of advice are often the ones that have gone through absolute, you know, hell and back, if you don't mind me saying. They make the best counsellors. So they want you to embrace more of being a little bit more open with your emotions perhaps, but also confident at the same time. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Gemini. Very quick snapshot. Let's see what we have for Cancer. So Cancer, we are starting you at 1402. So Cancer, welcome to your snapshot midweek reading. Sorry, this is a quick energy reading that I'm doing this week for you. New thing I'm introducing to the channel. So, but if you do want to check out your weekly zodiac reading, I always do those weekly. They are in the playlists ready for you to view. Right, okay, let's get on with this. So this will be timestamped for you in the description box below. Just simply click on the blue number next to your zodiac sign and it will take you to it. Right, okay. One more. Oh gosh, there, that's got to come out. It's come out twice. Yeah, Devil. Recent past, Devil energy. At the moment, oof, Leo, sorry, strength. Coming up for you, 5 of Wands. Oh, Cancer, what is going on? And what they want you to embrace more of. Emperor, too right with those cards. I should say so. Okay, the Devil energy is what has been recently around you. This has been surrounded by toxic people. This is, people that are just very manipulative, kind of argumentative around you. But the thing is with the Devil energy is also it can make you feel tied to them. It can make you feel guilty if you want to do something different. You feel loyal to them. They've got chains around their neck, but they can actually remove those chains. But for some reason they're not. They're staying stuck in this energy. But I will say this is your recent past, and it's congratulations. You've definitely moved out of this by the looks of it. It can also relate to addictions, things that you're doing that you just know aren't serving you and the people around you also. So that's in your past energy. Your energy at the moment, oh my gosh, Cancer, look at this. Overcoming that Devil energy, out pops the Strength card. Couldn't wish for a better card. It's just confirming how strong you are. You're sitting in a very strong position at the moment. You've been very bold, very courageous about things also. Maybe you've had to, be a little bit vulnerable too, because that for me is what the Strength card actually represents, when we can portray that we do need a bit of help, because that takes a lot of strength also. But whatever it is, Cancer, congratulations. That's amazing. The 5 of Wands is in your upcoming energy. So maybe just be careful with how strong you're feeling here, Cancer, because what I will say is that it may create a little bit of conflict here. Now, that can be a good thing, and sometimes it can be a bad thing. So it can be as much as because the 5 of Wands are people just argumentative and, being really competitive with each other rather than working as a team. And so what that can reflect two different things for me. This is either you thinking, right, you know what, I'm done with this Devil energy. Too right, I'm going to get back in there with the rest of you. I'm not laying down and being trodden on. Or it can be that sometimes we can go a bit OTT and it can have a bit of a negative effect, in as much as, you find yourself constantly battling with other people. We're not doing clarifiers, but I'm going to for that one, Cancer. Let's see which way that is. See, I always think sometimes the 5 of Wands is actually a positive card. And it's about people, maybe they are recognizing your strength and maybe they're having to put their guard up a little bit, thinking, hang on a minute, what's going on with Cancer here? It's not what they normally do. Page of Cups. I love that. Very, very dreamy coming up. The energy of the Page of Cups is very go with the flow, completely opposite to the 5 of Wands. I think you are shining in the next week or two that's coming up, whereby you are on the one hand joining in with this 5 of Wands and yeah, you know what, I ain't putting up with that anymore. But at the same time, the Page of Cups is very go with the flow energy, very well, you know what, at the same time, I'm cool with that. I'm not going to join in the conflict though, or if there is any conflict, but you know what, I'm here, making your presence known here, Cancer. And oh my gosh, what do they want you to embrace more of? The Emperor energy. Now, the Emperor energy is totally put your foot down. He's the king of the kings. This chap is. I know I say chap. There's no sex. There's no gender in tarot. It's just the energy that you're sitting in, a very masculine energy, very in control. He doesn't put up with any piffle paffle. The old Emperor. It's his way or the highway. But what I like about this is you've really grown throughout here, and now it's yes, Cancer, just embrace more of you being the boss, bossing up. I love that for you. So I hope you enjoyed that very quick reading, as I said. Let's get on to Leo. Leo, you are time stamped at 1927. Okay, Leo, congratulations. No, I meant welcome to your midweek energy check-in. Lovely card to flip out there, 9 of Cups. Let's see if it comes out again. So 4 cards, past, present, future, and what they want you to embrace more of. Okay, let's see for you, Leo. By the way, if you want, these will be timestamped, by the way, with a blue number in the description box below next to your zodiac sign. Simply click on the blue number. Okay. And if you want to check out your weekly readings, there's playlists for that also on the channel. But you know that anyway, because you're with me, aren't you? Right, let's have a look, Leo. Let's see what energies are coming in for Leo, or leaving us, so to speak. So what's left you recently? The energy of the Ace of Swords. What are you sitting in? The Five of Cups. What's coming up? Oh, lovely. 10 of Cups for you. And what do they want you to embrace more of? The Six of Cups. So the Ace of Swords. So this tells me recently you've had a bit of a, I don't know, bit of a clear out in the mind. You know, there's laser-like focus here. It's like, okay, maybe some truth has been revealed. Maybe there's just clarity of thinking, clarity of mind. Something's put your mind at rest, perhaps. But then whatever it is, it's a lovely energy. It's about focusing on one thing. It's about getting the truth and, as I say, knowing exactly what the focus is now. Now, the Five of Cups is how you're sitting at the moment, which, Five of Cups is feeling a little bit, you know, if only I had this, then that would be that. Or, you know, that what they're doing here is they're concentrating on what they haven't got rather than what they have got. So a bit of a change from the Ace of Swords there. So I'm not too sure why, but I'll be honest with you, this is a quick reading, so I'm not doing clarifiers, but I might, you know, I'm like Leo. Let's see, why are we sitting as the Five of Cups? Now, it could be that, you know, you've had a bit of a ta-da moment about feeling a little bit like disappointed and hurt about things. Maybe you're lifting yourself out of that, because I can see your next card. This is like you're turning it around a little bit, healing from it. I think that's more what it is, because when we have to face things that have happened in the past, or things that feel really heavy on the heart, it does bring things back, doesn't it? And it's very easy to fall into the energy of facing things. And so I do feel like there's something about you feeling a little bit regretful about something, perhaps, at the moment. However, the Ten of Cups is coming up for you, which is what makes me feel that you're so getting over this, but you do have to face it first in order to overcome the hurdle. It's a little bit like you have to know what you don't want to know what you do want, and out pops the Ten of Cups. This is happy families, everybody just feeling very loved up, feeling like there's a lovely atmosphere in the air at home, with the home life, with people that you love, even people at work even. This is just sunshine and rainbows. So it's like the tension is here at the moment, but it's releasing. It's like a little pressure cooker that you are just twiddling the button on. And I think you're letting off a little bit of steam at the moment. And maybe, you know, it just, you're more embracing the family life, the friendships, and the ones that, you know, that you love around you with that Ten of Cups. And it's like that's what your goal is, really. Quite simple, and it looks like it's coming for you. You've just got to get over this Five of Cups energy first. But again, you know, it's about facing things. You know, maybe we have to face those things, deal with them in order to release that negative energy to push through for that Ten of Cups. What they want you to embrace more of is the Six of Cups. I quite like this, really, because this is about them reminding you of how good it was in the past. Let's not just dwell on what wasn't good. Let's have a look at what was good. Maybe they're encouraging you to, I don't know, go relook at some pictures, whatever it is. It's very nostalgic. They're wanting you to look at the past and what happened. Maybe even reconnect with somebody from the past. They want you to embrace more of getting out there, reconnecting with friends, families, and loved ones. So, hope you enjoyed that. Leo, very interesting. And Virgo. Virgo, let's see. We're going to timestamp for Virgo is 24:39. Welcome, Virgo, to your midweek energy reading. Yes, this is new to the channel. And yeah, thoroughly enjoying this at the moment. I'm a bit rusty on the timestamps, but anyway, all you need to do is go into the description box below. You'll see a blue number against your zodiac sign. Just simply press on the number and then your reading will come up. It's a very quick 4-card reading, past, present, future, and what they want you to embrace more of coming up. So let's see for Virgo. There we go. Oh, we've got 2 out. So 2 2s. Okay, that's the energy you have been sitting in. The energy you are sitting in at the moment is the Hanged Man. The energy coming up for you is the Devil. Okay, what do they want you to embrace more of? The Tower. Okay, Virgo, this is an interesting one. So what you've been doing recently in your recent past, it looks like you've been juggling some friendships. You've got the 2 of Cups. This is about soulmate energy and people that are on the same page as you. But it's like there's a little bit of a going up and down with this. I don't know, maybe you've been sitting in an energy of being around somebody, you just don't know where you stand with them. One minute you feel like they're on the same page as you. The next minute it's like, oh, giddy on, here we go, treading on eggshells again. Now, the 2 of Pentacles, obviously, you know, it's an energy reading. So the energy, as I say, of the of this card is a little bit up and down, as I said. Maybe you've had to reprioritize some friendships, some connections that you've made recently. Maybe, you know, you've got to just put some relationships on the back burner for now. You've been very busy, perhaps that's what's been happening. Now, at the moment, you're sitting as the Hanged Man, and it's like you're contemplating something. You're trying to put a different perspective on a situation, and it could very well be this 2 of Cups, you know, where the cups are our friendships, our loved ones, our relationships, matters of the heart. And it's like, I don't know, you're kind of like coming to some decision maybe where you know you've got to step back, you've got to put a different perspective on it. It's perhaps in order to help overcome some negative energies. But you do have the Devil in your future coming up. So just be aware of this. Just, you know, maybe this 2 of Cups and 2 of Pentacles is still in the background, because the Devil energy coming up is somebody who's a little bit toxic. There could be arguments. There could be people that, you know, are just trying to push your buttons. This is also just people around you that do not have your best interests at heart. This is the energy coming up for you. Maybe it's your energy though, and you know, and the other side to that is maybe it is your energy, Virgo, and it's a case of you're dealing with a Capricorn perhaps, or even you're thinking, I might just need to do a little bit of shadow work here, maybe to look a bit deeper into the depths of what's going on in your soul. A bit deep, this one, isn't it? But I do feel with that Hanged Man there's something about you, yeah, really having a good think and taking a step back on something and evaluating. The Devil energy also can be, I want to say that you're getting a bit more fire in your belly too. I know that's more one's energy, but I can't help but feel that. Because the Tower is here also for you as an energy to embrace more of. So that's like, there's a big change. I just feel like somebody's really taking the mickey out of you at the moment, Virgo. And the energy coming up that they want you to step into, being the Devil, is like, you know what? I ain't putting up with that anymore. It's not normally how I feel about the Devil. I feel actually quite positive with him being here for you. I'm not saying you've got to be toxic. I'm not saying you've got to make people feel tired, but I'm just saying I'm just drawn to, you know, there's a little flame there going on in his tail. And it's like, yeah, I just feel like you're putting your foot down a little bit here, Virgo. And with the change, with the Tower card coming up, they want you to embrace a big change. They want you to get into the energy of something changing, because the Tower comes when the foundations of a relationship, of work, whatever it may be, is crumbling, you know. And when we get change, when we get the Tower, it brings around change, and that's quite refreshing, really refreshing. So I hope you enjoyed that. Very interesting reading for you, Virgo. And we're going to go straight on to the Libra reading. We're going to timestamp at 29:54 for you, Libra. So welcome, Libra, to your midweek energy reading. This is new to the channel. And, yep, we're not taking any flippers today. And I'm not doing any, what are they called, clarifying. I'm just doing a simple past, present, future energy reading and what they want you to embrace more of. So 4 cards. What you'll find is that your reading is time-stamped in the description box below. You'll see a blue number next to your zodiac sign. Simply press on that blue number to get your reading. So Libra, let's see. So what are you letting go of? The King of Pentacles, the energy of the King of Pentacles. You're sitting at the moment as the 8 of Wands. What's coming up energy? Oh, 3 of Wands. Love this. Okay, and what do they want you to embrace more of? The 9 of Wands. Right, Libra. Okay, so King of Pentacles in your recent energy. Now, this is sitting very financially stable. This is being in control of the finances, and it can also be, you know, you could like relate to somebody who's getting financial advice. Maybe you've been the person given financial advice, or you've had financial advice. That's the energy of wanting it to be all about the finances too. So be careful of that energy, but you're coming out of that anyway. But this is what's leading up to the 8 of Wands by the looks of it. Now, the King of Pentacles is also somebody who is quite a bit too focused on the finances. And so therefore relationship kind of goes out the window and a bit of fun. So maybe that's what you're coming out of, because you've got the 8 of Wands as your current energy. And this is about feeling, you know, this is exciting activity. This is really exciting energy going on. Maybe there's some exciting news coming in that you're waiting for. But either way, you're feeling like things are coming into alignment for you. I really like this because your weekly reading has also been really good, Libra. And actually, it's your birthday, isn't it? So happy birthday. So yeah, everything's working out at the moment. You're feeling very creative, very driven, very busy, because this is the very exciting, busy activity card. So I love that. And ones are our drive, our determination, very fiery energy. Now, what's coming up for you is this 3 of Wands, which is as a result of this 8 of Wands. This is somebody waiting for their ships to come in. It's like you've put these in place now. There's some plans that you're here, definitely busy making plans for. It's an 8, so it's abundance. And then he's sitting here, look, standing there, sorry, waiting. He's firmly planted those wands in the ground. They're his ideas, they're his drive and ambitions. And now he can see the benefits coming in. So that's a lovely card coming up for you, a lovely energy coming in for you. There's something about plans falling into alignment and coming into place for you, and you actually seeing the benefits. Now, the 9 of Wands is what they want you to embrace more of. There can be a couple of things here. With the other cards here, I think what it's saying at the same time is, because the 9 of Wands, you can see, is a bit of a wounded warrior there. He's shattered. So there is a double message here. It's make sure that you set boundaries, especially with that 8 of Wands, taking on a lot of responsibilities here. But you're enjoying it because it's a great, bright, energetic, positive card. But they want you to embrace more of perhaps just taking a little bit step back and thinking, hang on a minute, you know, am I taking on a bit too much? Careful not to take on too much, because, you know, this guy's got a bandage on his head that can relate to stress, you know, so just be careful of that. But also the energy at the same time is don't give up, you're nearly there. That's the lovely message of this card. Don't give up, you're nearly there. You've got the 3 of Wands in sight for you. So I hope you enjoyed that, Libra. Happy birthday, as I said. And we're going on to the Scorpio reading is next. Scorpio is up next. Okay, Scorpio, we're going to timestamp you on 34:24. So welcome, Scorpio, to your midweek energy reading. This is a very quick 4-card reading. It will be time-stamped in the description box below. All you need to do is click on the blue number next to your zodiac sign, and that will take you straight to your reading. So 4 cards, past, present, future, and what energy do they want you to embrace more of? So let's see. Oh. Okay, Scorpio, right. Let's start that again. Oh, no, that's one's definitely coming out. So this is your past. Your past energy is the 8 of Pentacles. Your current energy is the 5 of Swords. Your future energy is the Empress. I like that. And then what they want you to embrace more of is the Knight of Cups. I like that, Scorpio. Okay, 8 of Pentacles as your recent energy. This is working independently, working quite hard also, maybe burning the candle at both ends. But it's not a bad card. You know, this, I like this 8 of Pentacles because they're working towards their own goals. This is very independent. It's to keep the money flowing in. So it can relate to work, it can relate to, you know, side hustles, or but whatever it is, you know, even studying to help towards a job. But whatever it is, it's the energy that's just passing you at the moment, what you're now coming out of. Maybe feeling a little bit isolated due to work also, because this guy, he has to take himself away from his kingdom, away from any distractions. So you've kind of like maybe felt a little bit like, oh gosh, you know, this is hard work. But you've kept focus on the end goal, which is great. At the moment, you're sitting as the 5 of Swords energy. Little bit defensive, if you don't mind me saying. I don't know, there's some arguments going on. Maybe the 8 of Pentacles has created a little bit of conflict around you with loved ones or work colleagues or whatever it may be. But the 5 of Swords is somebody just pushing your buttons. And maybe you're feeling like, do you know what, I'm off, you know, because if they're walking away, they're allowing this chap here to have the swords. And it's almost like you're saying, oh, do you know what, get on with it. I really couldn't give 2 hoots. So I do quite like this for you, Scorpio. It's a bit of the old, as I say, the Mel Robbins let them theory. And then what happens is you sit as the Empress in your upcoming energies. Now this is feeling very calm, very in control. She is the Queen of the Queens in the deck. And so she's very sure of herself, in as much as, but not cocky with it. Just feeling really like, I don't know, at one with the universe. Really, I just feel a lovely sense of calm here for you. Also, it can be about being a mum. It can be maybe the energy coming up, you're feeling a little bit more motherly, nesting instincts. I don't know. Maybe you're pregnant. Maybe you're coming up to give birth. But it's a beautiful energy, whatever it is. She gives birth to new ideas too. And so this calming influence allows her to think more positively and more in abundance. Can even relate to a relationship and your partners around you. Now, what they want you to embrace more of is the Knight of Cups energy. The Knight of Cups is very romantic. So again, maybe they want you to be a bit more looking at the friendships that you've got and appreciating them a little bit more. Appreciate the ones that you love, the ones that love you back, rather than that 5 of Swords energy. But also with the Knight of Cups, this is, for me, it's like an apology too. So maybe there's some apologies to be said to you, or for you to say to somebody else. And it can also represent accepting help and love and offers from others. So they want you to embrace more of that, more of being, I'm going more with the acceptance of help and apologies too, given that 5 of Swords energy here. Especially if, you know, sometimes we can cut our nose off to spite our face. If somebody wants to apologise and you think, no, I'm not having it, that's not going to get you anywhere. Even if you just think, okay, that's fair enough, move on, if you can. I just think there's that sort of energy coming in here for you, Scorpio. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm really loving these. And we're going straight on to Sagittarius. Let's timestamp you. We are on 39:32. Welcome, Sagittarius, to your midweek energy reading. Now, your timestamp will be in the description box below, and that will be a blue number next to your zodiac sign. Simply click on the blue number and up will pop your reading. If you are interested in your weekly reading for the week ahead, then that's also in my playlist. So please go and check those out, Sagittarius. Anyway, let's get on. So as I say, 4-card, past, present, future, and what they want you to embrace more of. This is energy. So what energy are you now coming out of? Sagittarius. The 2 of Wands. What are you sitting in? The 6 of Swords. I like that. What's coming up for you? What energy is coming up for you? The King of Pentacles. And what they want you to embrace more of is the 2 of Cups. So 2 of Wands is what your energy, your recent energy. Now you can see the 2 of Wands, they're really thinking about something there. It's Wands, it can be to do with work, business, creativity, side hustles, whatever it might be. But it's just that feeling of, oh, I think I need to expand something. I'm sitting a little bit too comfortable at the moment, and I really need to, I don't know, not take a leap of faith, but just push myself a little bit, just a little bit, to get outside your comfort zone. Something's pushed you to think, oh, should I, shan't I? And by the looks of it, you have. Because the 6 of Swords, you've embraced something, because you're actually on a very nice trajectory of feeling a bit calmer. Things are working out. You've overcome some, I don't know, some turbulent times perhaps. And the other side of me thinks, with this 2 of Wands, it's like, well, I don't really know, so I'll have a go. There's something about you being very, what's the word? Off the cuff, instinctive about something. Because the 6 of Swords is about moving on to calmer shores, and just everything feels a little bit less swimming upstream and more going downstream, going with the flow a little bit more. Now, coming up for you, the energy is the King of Pentacles. So you're sitting very confident, very financially stable, feeling like the king of the castle, financially in control of things too. Just feeling, yeah, it's lovely, lovely energy, very grounding energy too. Lovely. And then what they want you to embrace a little bit more of, though, is the 2 of Cups energy. Now, this is soulmate energy. Perhaps there's somebody around you, a best friend or somebody who is your soulmate, that you need to be maybe communicating a little bit more with, getting on the same page with others, or surrounding yourself with those that are on the same page as you, perhaps embracing more of a level playing field when it comes to relationships and friendships too, people that just get you and find your tribe. So anyway, that was a quick one, wasn't it? But they're all pretty quick, I have to say. They're only about 3 or 4 minutes long. So I hope you enjoyed that, Sagittarius. As I say, quick snapshot energy reading. And we're going to go on to Capricorn. So Capricorn, you are 4310. Okay, Capricorn, welcome to your midweek energy reading. Now this is going to be timestamped for you in the description box below. All you have to do is look at the blue number next to your zodiac sign, pop your little finger on it, and Bob's your uncle. Up comes your reading. Very simple. So we're going to do past, present, future, and what they'd like you to embrace more of, and this is to do with the energies around you. Okay, your energies. Let's get on with this. But obviously, if you want to check out your weekly readings that I do every single week, just dedicated to each zodiac sign, then that's the playlist too. Let's have a look. Capricorn, what are you just coming out of? The 9 of Wands. What are you sitting as at the moment? Oh, like this, the 4 of Swords. Coming up, the 7 of Wands is the energy of the 7 of Wands, and what they'd like you to embrace more of is the Page of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is the energy you're just coming out of. I like this. Whatever you've done, it's been really hard work, but you haven't given up, and you're actually being successful at something. Now, whether that's work, relationships, whatever it may be, but you're just sitting in the energy of really being determined, not sitting in it, sorry, this is what's just past you. And it's definitely paying off because you've got the Four of Swords there. But also it's the energy of, yeah, determination, not giving up on something. But maybe along the way you've set some boundaries and realised what actually works for you. You know, you can't spin every plate. You can't be expected to do it. So maybe you've dropped a few things also and said, right, okay, let's take a step back. Let's see what I can really work on and make successful. And then we'll, you know, deal with one thing at a time. I love that for you. Excellent, lovely energy. Now, the Four of Swords is how you're feeling at the moment, pretty relaxed, because I think you've really been successful with that Nine of Wands because of your determination, and you haven't given up on something, on a project or whatever it may be, however it resonates. Because the Four of Swords is just feeling a little bit more chilled out, you know, rest, relax, repair. There's a very successful energy about this. I feel there is a very calming energy about it. It's like whatever you had the bandage on here is kind of like being removed here. Really lovely energy of connecting to spirit, meditating too, but just having the time to do it. There's something you've offloaded here on this Nine of Wands, giving you this, at last, bit of peace and quiet for me. Now, the Seven of Wands is coming up, so just, you know, still having to stand your ground on something coming up here. Maybe that Nine of Wands you're just taking a breather from temporarily. Seven of Wands is, yeah, it's you sticking to your guns on something. You know, they are, for me, they are trying to stave off the negative Nellies here too, and stick, you know, and stick to their mindset and what their goals are and their determination. Don't let anybody push you off your podium, so to speak. That's what that makes me feel with that card. That's the energy coming up for you. So just be aware of that. I do feel like it's looping back round from this Nine of Wands a little bit, but in the meantime, you've got a bit of breathing space. Maybe you need to rest, relax, and repair for something else now coming up for you to be a bit, you know, you've got to be a bit strong and determined, and yeah, just stick to your guns on. Now, the Page of Wands is what they want you to embrace a little bit more of. And this is being a little bit, I just feel, especially with that Nine of Wands, a bit footloose and fancy free, having a bit more fun. Because it feels like the Nine of Wands has been really hard work. The Seven of Wands is going to be hard work. So let's look at something in a fun aspect. Let's drop a little bit of responsibility. Let's be a bit more ambitious. It's a page, so it's a younger energy. And younger energies doesn't mean to say it's younger people. It's just that you feel perhaps a little bit less burdened. That's what I want to say. So I want you to embrace things, I don't know, with a bit of a feather in your cap, so to speak. You know, it's like, oh, I can do this. Yeah. You know, a bit of a, as Nikki Allen would say, what the fluff, you know, kicking back a little bit, but still having that ambitious drive about you, chilling out a little bit more with it. It's a nice combo here for you, Capricorn, coming up. So I hope you enjoyed that very quick reading, as I said. And we are on to Aquarius. So let's timestamp for Aquarius at 48, 15, 16, 15. Let's go for 15. So Aquarius, welcome to your midweek energy reading. Let's see what's coming up for you. Now, your energy reading, this reading will be time-stamped in the description box below. All you need to do is click on the blue number next to your zodiac sign. I guess you've done that already, be able to look at this, but anyway. If you want to look at any others, that's what you have to do also. So 4-card reading, past, present, future, and what energy they would like you to embrace more of coming up for you. Let's see for Aquarius. And of course, if you want to watch a longer extended version of your weekly readings, I do those also. You can find them in the playlist. So Aquarius, what energy are you just coming out of? 7 of Pentacles, and you're sitting in the energy of the 2 of Wands. I like that. Energy coming up for you. Oh, look at that. 10 of Pentacles, Aquarius. And what would they like you to embrace more of? The 6 of Cups again. That's the second or third time that's come up. I like that. So the 7 of Pentacles is what you have been sitting in. This is very and ahhing a little bit contemplating on, the energy of, do I continue to invest in what I'm doing now, in the relationship, in the job, however it may resonate, or do I plant another bush elsewhere, plant seeds elsewhere? Do I continue to, because what you've done here, by the way, whatever you've done has worked. This is really good bush. You know, you can see he's built those pentacles up. That's took a long time and a lot of nurturing and a lot of watering. But in the recent past, you've been thinking, maybe I need to do it again. Maybe there's something newer, better, bigger out there for me. Or do I stay here and continue to do the same thing? You know, are you contemplating at the stage of your life, perhaps your age? I don't know. Are you thinking of retiring? Are you thinking of, well, at my age or this stage in my life, maybe I need a little bit of a push? Because you've got the Two of Wands that you're sitting in now. And I love this. It's such a lovely flow to this reading. The Two of Wands is very contemplating. Again, you can see it's about, should I, shan't I? Oh, do I stay in the comfort of what I know? Are you being offered a new job role? Are you being, have you got options open to you that are making you really, you know, food for thought at the moment? And again, what's coming into that? Money, age, feeling a bit like, I need a bit of a change, you know? So you are still contemplating something. You've looked like I feel here, you have decided that maybe there are bigger, better things out there for me, because he's got the globe in his hand and he's overlooking the waters, maybe travel even, you know, expanding your horizons a little bit. That's what's the energy you're sitting in now. And when you sit in that energy, that's what you attract. So, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Need I say any more, Aquarius? What a fabulous reading. This is coming up for you. This is the feeling of feeling secure, happy, financially abundant. But also, this is also considering long-term plans. This is not a short-term thing that's coming up the energy. This is the energy of feeling, as I say, settled in a family unit, maybe, or just surrounded by loved ones, the ones that love you, but also feeling abundantly rich, not necessarily money. It can just feel in love and those that love and support you around you. So I love that. It's like a very secure energy, especially given here that the Two of Wands, you're a very, shall I, shan't I, energy coming up that you're sitting in is quite a confident one. And it's like you make a decision here and the money flows into with it, just as like icing on the top of the cake, I guess. Now, the Six of Cups is what they want you to embrace more energy of. And the energy of the Six of Cups is a very nostalgic energy. It's about remembering the good times in the past. You know, it's about maybe, you know, revisiting things that have gone on, people, places. They want you to, maybe this is what the Two of Wands is about, you know. Perhaps you've written some things off in your head thinking, oh no, that was then. But it's kind of like they're encouraging you to think about something or somebody from the past, which, lovely, absolutely love that. So that was your very quick reading, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. And we're going straight on to the Pisces reading for the 50. This is at 53:14, and there we go. So welcome, Pisces, to your snapshot energy midweek reading. So as I said, this is going to be a 4-card reading, and we are going to cover your past energies, your present, your future, and what energy they would like you to embrace more of. So let's take a quick look, Pisces. Please and thank you. These will be time-stamped with a blue number next to your zodiac sign in the description box below. Simply click on the blue time number. While you're there, just click on the like button as well, please. And subscribe if you haven't. Cheeky little pun there. Right, let's get on with it for you, Pisces. Right. The energy you are coming out of is the Ace of Swords. You're sitting in the 8 of Swords. And coming up for you is the 3 of Pentacles, the energy of the 3 of Pentacles. And they want you to embrace more of the 5 of Cups. Now, the Ace of Swords, this is like you've had a bit of a ta-da moment about something, somebody. Maybe somebody's told you a bit of a truth. It just gives you mental clarity, because that's what the Ace of Swords represents. Logic, truth, clear mind, laser-like focus on something. It's like you've made your mind up over something, Pisces, just recently. And it's like, that's what I need to be doing. It's a new energy, because maybe you felt very confused about something recently, and now it's like, now coming out of this, okay. However, we are sitting, as it says, in the Eight of Swords energy. Now, the Eight of Swords energy is feeling a little bit like self-sabotaging, things going around in your head. Am I capable? Can I do this? Oh my gosh, I'm not sure I can. What if this? What if that? You know, putting hurdles in the way of something that perhaps isn't there. Maybe this is a new business idea. Maybe this is a new venture, and you're sitting here now thinking, oh my giddy aunt, have I actually got to do something about this? Oh, and what if it doesn't work? And what if this? And I don't know. Just as I say, feeling a little bit entrapped, perhaps. But what I will say to this is this card is always about your mindset, because it's swords again. And so it's not reality most of the time. It's just how you're perceiving things. Sometimes we can get into that bit of a negative Nelly mindset. Now, the Three of Pentacles is the energy coming up for you. You're collaborating with somebody, working together as a team. There's something whereby you perhaps are getting advice, but also I feel like you're shining through here. You're being the person that's getting the recognition for your hard work and for your success. People, you're feeling like the energy of, actually, yeah, I'm pretty good at what I do. You know, it's a lovely, and then what happens then is you attract others to your team, if you like, or your tribe, whatever you want to say. So there is, I can feel that the Eight of Swords, you know, you do come out of that. But try not to hang around in it too long, because you might miss this Three of Pentacles opportunity, or the new energy coming into you, the future energy. So even what I'm going to say here now, Pisces, is even if you don't think you're good enough, you've definitely got people around you to think you are, and you need to embrace that energy. I feel like they're actually showing you something there and going, well, look at the results here, Pisces. How much more do you need? So it's but you've got to be open to working with a team also. Maybe you're used to being alone, working individually, but this is, you've got to embrace more of a team. Teamwork makes the dream work energy. Now, the Five of Cups is what they want you to embrace more of. Now, it does look like this is the loss, regret, and disappointment card. Of course, they don't want you to embrace more of that. What they want you to embrace more of is looking on the brighter side, especially with that Eight of Swords there. You know, stop talking yourself out of things and expecting disappointment, perhaps, if you are, because that's what you'll get. That's what the universe will give you. So the energy of embracing of this card is look at what you have got rather than what you haven't got. You know, try and put a positive spin on everything. So if you find yourself, especially with that Eight of Swords, as I said, sitting there thinking, oh no, but this might happen, just catch yourself before you say it, and then say to yourself, well, if it does happen, this will be a good outcome, you know. So turn it around, Pisces. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That is concluding our midweek readings. As I said, it's all 12 zodiac signs here. I'm going to try and do this midweek every week. Not necessarily energy, it might be different subjects, but something just as a little extra for you all, because I really appreciate your love and support of the channel. Anyway, have a great week, and I'll catch up with you at the weekend with your weekly zodiac readings. Anyway, take care. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you soon.